CBS 4 following breaking news at 5 on a day many have been waiting for years. And jury selection in the highly anticipated Delphi murders trial has just finished for the day. It comes more than 7 years after the murders of the two teens.
Years of investigative and legal twists and turns have led to this moment. Jurors are being selected for the trial of this man, Richard Allen. Allen is charged with the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German in 2017.
The jury pool is being drawn from the city of Fort Wayne. CBS 4 has team coverage tonight at 5. CBS 4's Russ McQuaid and Max Lewis were both in the courtroom today for jury selection. They join us outside the Allen County Courthouse. Good evening, Russ. Good evening, Max.
Good afternoon, Bob and Chelsea. Good afternoon. We've just got the latest from the courtroom. One, the good news is we've shut down for the day. Two, we have 12 jurors max. As a matter of fact, we got 2 more. That means we got alternates. We got 2 to go.
Yeah, that's right. We got 14 total. 6 men, 8 women is the last that we heard, and that is after 5 rounds of jury selection today. However, we have just gotten some word that there was apparently an issue. That announcement was made in court. There was apparently an issue with one of the jurors. So we have 14 jurors right now. That number could change, especially if there was an issue and one might be leaving. That could be a possibility.
We will be back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to pick those 2 alternate jurors. Then Judge Gull intends to hold some hearings on motions that were made today. Max, I think what's interesting is when you sit through enough of these rounds, and we went for marathon sessions today. There was no lunch break.
Right.
When you go through marathon rounds, you can pretty much determine where the prosecution, where the defense are going simply by the types of questions they're asking jurors, such as, what would you think of this and what would you think of that?
Yeah, absolutely. The prosecution, just to start off with them, they were asking jurors, what kind of evidence do you need in order to convict? Do you need DNA? Do you need a murder weapon? Do you, how much evidence do you need? Sort of an indication of where they stand and sort of what we know about their case from the public filings is that, there isn't a lot of some of that hard evidence that they got. On the defense side, they're also, trying to already poke holes in the case and trying to see how trusting people are of police officers. They were asking that question a lot. How much do you trust, authority and government figures and things like that? I
was stunned and amazed today, Max. We were in here for the long haul through Wednesday afternoon. We were thinking, looks like we'll be done by noon tomorrow picking a jury. Then we've got some downtime in the middle of the week. We all go to Delphi on Thursday, swear in that jury. Testimony starts on Friday. But I would have thought, coming from Fort Wayne, this is a 2-hour drive from Delphi, that folks would have been a lot more reticent about serving on this jury. Let's face it, this is going to take a month out of their lives. They're going to be bussed across the state. They're going to be away from their families, social media, and news, and they're going to be holed up in a hotel in Lafayette to help solve a crime that didn't happen in their town.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big question. It was a question the judge asked of everybody. How would you deal with being sequestered for a month? You're away from your family. You're going to be spending time with the 15 other people that are on the jury, the 4 alternates, the 12 jurors. It was a big question. A lot of people did have a lot of issues. People brought up family they had to take care of, illnesses, doctor's appointments, you name it. Everybody brought it up, and I'm sure it was considered somewhat. But, I mean, there were a lot of people that had issues with it, but also a lot of people said they could make changes if need be.
What can you tell us about biographical sketches of some of the people that will serve on this jury?
Yeah, so we know of those 6 men and 8 women, we do know some of their jobs. They aren't required to disclose it, but that's a common question. They include a nurse. There was a man who works at a local school district in the transportation department. There was a FedEx delivery driver. There was a school counselor also involved in that. And again, 6 men, 8 women. We don't know their ages, but they all appear to be sort of middle-aged, some older, some younger. It's a good mix, really.
And Bob and Chelsea, one of the, I guess, not totally surprised, we didn't see a lot of family members from those involved in this case. We saw only Abby Williams' grandparents here. Nobody from Libby German's side of the family, nobody from Richard Allen's side of the family. That, of course, could be due to the fact that they're expected, Bob and Chelsea, to be called as witnesses.
Well, Russ, we saw Richard Allen walking into the courthouse there. What was his demeanor as this whole process unfolded today?
Max, you and I have been watching Richard Allen walk into this courthouse in Carroll County Courthouse. I got to say, he looked, frankly, cleaned up, a little healthier, and a little different today.
Yeah, and this was also very different because this is the trial portion. So he's not in his normal, jumpsuit that he's in. He is in normal clothes. He was wearing just khakis, a purple button-up shirt. He was unshackled in front of the jury. It's probably one of the few times that he's been out in public in the past 2 years, not in handcuffs and things like that. You know, during one of the breaks, we had a very brief 5-minute break. He was standing up. He was talking with his attorney, Andrew Baldwin. He was he participated heavily in jury selection, was discussing with his attorneys which jurors to pick. He seemed very animated, much more animated than I have ever seen him. Normally he's very stoic, just sort of sits there.
And then just Bob, on a lighter note at the end, Max was talking about some of the reasons folks said they couldn't serve on this jury. One that struck both me and Max. One man straight off said to the judge, I am a psychic, I'm an empath, I'm in touch with the emotions in this courtroom. I've already made a decision on this case, and if I were to serve, I would be very beneficial to the prosecution. I don't think he made the cut.
No, he did not make the cut. He did get a little bit of a chuckle from the courtroom, didn't make the cut. The other interesting one, there was a guy who said that they were asking about witness credibility, and he said that he doesn't really trust people who wear the color green. So that was one of his bars for how much he trusts witnesses. That got a little bit of a chuckle from the courtroom, too.
We've got 12 jurors. We've got 2 alternates. We come back tomorrow morning for 2 more alternates and motions to be heard. Live in Fort Wayne, I'm Russell McQuaid with Max Lewis, CBS 4 News.
All right, thanks to both of you. We'll be getting the latest from inside the courtroom from both of them over the next several weeks. Jury selection, always an interesting process to hear how the prosecution and defense are kind of working through who they want to sit on the jury.
Absolutely.
All right, the grandmother of Libby German reacted to the start of jury selection on Facebook today. She wrote in part, quote, "We have waited over 7.5 years for this. It all seems like a dream that is about to turn into a nightmare. I have thought about this day and tried to prepare for this day for years, but in the end, can anyone really prepare for something like this?" It is important to remember the 2 young girls really at the center of all of this.
Abby and Libby were best friends. They were both at the 8th grade in Delphi Community Middle School. Abby was 13. She was on the volleyball team, played saxophone in the band, attended church with her family. Her family says she loved animals, being outdoors, camping, swimming, and reading. Libby was 14 years old. Her family says she enjoyed making others laugh, going on adventures with her sister, and trying new things. She played in multiple school and recreational sports. She was also in band and enjoyed arts and crafts. We'll bring you much more coverage at the bottom of the hour, and on CBS 4 News at 6. You can find all our coverage for the last 7 years at cbs4indy.com/Delphi. You can also find our coverage by clicking on the Delphi Murders Trial tab at the top of our homepage.
We've made it easy for you to get to all that information. Now at 5, a violent weekend leads to 4 homes.